Welcome to Mondays with Coach Rice. It's a brand new week, the sun's shining bright. A chance to cast your net, step into the light. Life's full of challenges, it's a winding stream. But with Coach Rice, you'll find your dream.
Good morning. Happy Monday. I hope you guys can hear me pretty well. I just wanted to welcome you to Casting the Net, Mondays with Coach Rice, where we dive deep into the topics that matters most, which is your mental health and well-being. I'm your host, Coach Rice, your professional certified life and mental health coach. I just wanted to come on today, and I'm on by myself today. Can you believe it? You got me by yourself. But the cool thing about it is that the topic that I want to talk about today, because we're going into 2025, which is interesting, right? We're going into 2025. I'm excited about it. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of excited about going into 2025. It's going to be pretty good. I'm optimistic. I'm excited, and I think that it's going to be a great journey for us. And so I think how you go into it makes all the difference in the world. But I don't know about you, but 2024, I find that the reason why I want to talk about this topic, because it's kind of leading into multiple things. I don't want to just talk about goals, right? I want to talk about the burnout that, I don't know about you, but after election, this burnout feeling has came upon me. And I don't know if I'm the only one experiencing it, but just in case I'm not, I wanted to talk about that particular topic. Because burnout is a word that is very common, but it works in relationships. It works in, life in general. Like, you experience moments where you just hit a wall. I don't know. I just felt like that in 2024 after all of the election stuff, going into the holidays. I just felt this like I'm in survival mode, so to speak. Just moving and shaking and doing the best I can to move and thinking about all what what's in front of me. But I don't know if you ever experienced moments like that. And ask yourself, how do I keep going every day? It's a push, it's a push, it's a push. But I just want to give you like 3 simple steps on how to deal with it, because there's more going on than you think it is. So when I think about it, step number 1, when you are dealing with burnout, burnout is a feeling where you just trying to move on. You just tired. You feel fatigued. You feel exhausted mentally, physically, and emotionally. And you're just trying to survive. Well, step number 1, I want you to recognize and accept the fact that you are feeling that way. Don't override it. Our bodies communicate often to us on a regular basis. So we want to take out the time to pay attention to what is my body communicating to me. If I feel extremely exhausted, is it because I have not had enough sleep? Is it because I'm dealing with some things mentally, physically, or emotionally? You get your yearly checkup, get your mental checkup as well, your mental health checkup. Because sometimes that exhaustion is a sign that your body is communicating, hey, you need to deal with this situation right now. Often we push ourselves so hard that we don't take out the time to acknowledge how we really feeling. What's been a game changer over the last week or so, what I've been doing is when I get into my devotion with the Lord now, I turn on some relaxation music that kind of gets, that was kind of what I needed in this season, where I just turned on some relaxation music, but low enough where I could just take out the time to just relax for a second and just calm my mind. That's what relaxation music does to me. So in the morning, I've been doing that. That's been a game changer for me, because I ain't gonna lie, I get up and I'll be like, okay, I get up in task mode. I'll be ready, but I do my devotion, but I don't want to like rush through it. I've been kind of meditating on it, on the word more, and getting a lot out of it, letting it just soak into my heart so I can really see God, what are you saying? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, apart from him, I could do nothing. And so in this season of my life, I need him so bad. It's scary not to rush through my prayer life and my devotion. So I stopped doing that. So I kind of take a pause and turn on some relaxation music. Then I start to pray. Even with my relaxation music on, I pray because it's giving me that sense of calmness, calming my mind, calming my spirit. And so I had to do that because I had to recognize that wait a minute, I'm in survival mode. What's going on? So I want you guys to think about when you in that mode where you just moving and moving and moving and you feeling this burnt, your mind just feeling burnt out. When you burnt out, I ain't gonna lie, you cannot create when you burnt out. It's just the most miserable feeling. But because we're so busy, we'll actually override it. It's our mind saying something needs to change. And that's what I realized, that something need to change in my life. And what is that need to change? Take a moment and reflect. What's causing you to feel this burnout? Is it your job? Is it your schedule? Is negative people in your life? Is it your hormones? Because you got to ask yourself when you get my age. Is it your hormones? Or do you have unrealistic expectations that you placed on yourself? And do you have the tools that you need to move forward in your future? All of this stuff all of these are questions that you have to figure out what's happening when I'm feeling burnt out. A good thing to do that I found too is good is journaling. Even though when I read my word, I do journal it as well because I want to, if Lord speaking to me, I want to write it down. But journaling can be very helpful tool to write down your thoughts. Be honest with yourself. Awareness is the first step toward a breakthrough anyway. So you want to make sure that you kind of pay attention. Pay attention to yourself in this season. I'm telling you, it's so important. A lot of people think it's selfish. It's not selfish. It's what you call self-care. You gotta pay attention to what your body is saying. If your body is saying, I know in this season, in 2024, I had picked up a little weight, and I realized my body responded to that extra weight. So I was like, wait a minute, I got to get it together. So I'm also on a path of health. I've been working on it before the new year, and I'm excited about it because I feel so much better. I have the energy, I have the mental clarity I need because the way that I'm going back to my habits of health that I had before. And so pay attention to your body. Please. That's the first step. Pay attention, be aware. It's okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to stay that way. That rhyme. Anyway. anyway, but as we go into 2025 and you are setting goals for the new year, think about where you are at presently. That's going to be the most important thing, is to recognize where you are presently. Step two, you want to face whatever's happening. Face the fears head on. If it's fears, face them head on. Fears can often keep us in a situation where we feel stuck. And burnout, you will feel stuck. Fear often whispers to us certain things, especially when we're being pushed in the area of growth. You get that mental, like, annoying, I don't know. I don't even know what to call it, but you get that annoying thing in your mental state, your thought that say you're not good enough, or you'll fail if you try this new thing. It's gonna cost you. Oh yeah, it's gonna cost you something to move forward, right? Um, but we can only, you know, we don't want that to allow us not to move forward, right? Because we don't want to give fear any kind of power over us, because at the end of the day, you always want to be pushed, but it is very uncomfortable. Get used to being uncomfortable in that state. Just make sure that, if it's fear, that's causing you not to move, here's a sign that you're dealing with fear. Procrastination is huge. I just did a blog. I really want you guys to check out. It's all about goals, and it's getting you to transform into what you want to be this season, because the goals that you put in front of you is going to be so key when you move forward. So I was really excited about that part when I started going through getting out of the burnout phase. I had to reframe my thinking, but instead of seeing fear as something negative, I kind of made it like I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone. That's what I kind of put it that way, because growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. Growth happens when you being stretched, and I'm really being stretched in this season. But I like the fact that I got the support I need as I'm being stretched. I am really being stretched to move forward. It's scary, but I cannot stay where I'm at if I want to move forward, especially if I want to make sure that I give my clients what I need. I have so much going on. I just put out a video for my new podcast. I want you guys to check it out. It took time to do it, but I really wanted you guys' opinion. So go, if you haven't seen it, go to my YouTube channel and look at it, because I really want you guys to give me an opinion. That was a stretch for me right there, because I don't really like getting opinions sometimes, because you got to be ready, embrace yourself, because you're not gonna always hear nice things sometimes, and it causes you to have to stretch even more. But I just wanted to get my audience opinion, because your opinion does matter to me. It matters more than my comfort zone. Put it that way. I want to grow. I want to take my podcast to the next level. So feedback is always important, and so I welcome that all the time. And I just want to let you guys know that. But that's one of the things that stretch me. So, and then also I have a lot of things in the fire that I procrastinated on in 2024. I have a book that I'm working on, and I procrastinated, and I talk about it in my blog. Go to my website, check out my blog, follow it, because I kid you not, every week I'm putting out content that help you guys. The reason why I changed my podcast and to have guests on is because I wanted to bring content that is important and that's valuable to my audience. I'm not the only one that's speaking out. I want other people to come on and give their wisdom and knowledge and understanding. So I'm excited about 2025, because I do have guests that's popping on. And when they don't, when I really do it throughout the day when guests book on my calendar. And so that's been a stretch, but it's also something I love to do. I love meeting new people. I love talking to people. So those are the things. But so you got step number 2, face the fear. Final step, take action toward this new chapter. I am preaching to myself, praise the Lord. Once you identify what's causing your burnout, reframe it into something that's positive. Because I'm going to tell you something, I'm embracing failure this season on a different level. I'm not even like thinking about perfection. I'm thinking about, hey, embrace failure, because that's where the opportunity for growth is in when I fall. When I fall, I'm like, oh, I know, okay, I can't do it that way no more. But if I'm constantly, you know, if I'm flatlined, it's gonna be hard for me to grow, and I want to grow. So I'm taking action toward this new chapter, because I identified what was causing the burnout in my life, and I want you guys to figure out what's causing the burnout in yours. And be careful of your thought process during burnout, because sometimes we blame it on other people, and it's really our thoughts that's really taking over what's really happening. It's time to take action. Think about, what does your next chapter look like? Because 2025 is coming up. I ain't gonna lie, 2024 I had New Year's resolutions. Guess what? They did not come through. It's because the only reason why they didn't come through, because of me. I can't blame it on nobody else. It's because I did not visualize it to happen for me. I didn't even. I'm thinking I'm supposed to be going to this new year the same. I'm not the same person I was in 2024 or 2023. I am. I have a new I have new experiences, new attitude. I'm a new person this year going into 2025. So my next chapter is going to look very different, and it caused me to have to make do a lot of shifting. I had to that I'm really uncomfortable and I'm not in the comfort zone anymore. So maybe it's for you, maybe it's a new career or setting better boundaries or prioritizing your self-care or getting more into your word or whatever it is, whether it's big or small. Remember, breakthrough doesn't happen overnight. There is must be consistency. I realize that in order to get results, you must have consistency. I was struggling in that area. You must be intentional about the steps you take. You must celebrate every little victory that you have. Progress, not perfection. That's what matters most. And so when you go into this new chapter in your life, because if you're feeling as uncomfortable as I am, or if you're feeling burnout, check on why you burning out so that you can move to the next chapter, because the burnout is not going to serve you. It's going to only keep you stuck. If you're struggling in how to figure it out, book an appointment with me. I will be happy to help you. This year in 2025, if you are a new client and never have seen me before, guess what? I got a surprise for you the whole year. I'm offering this to new clients only. Anytime throughout this year, you can book an appointment with me for one time only to get a free one-on-one consult. And the purpose of it is really to, sometimes we don't know who or what to do next. We don't know who to talk to or what to do next. So the purpose of that is to get you on track to do that, so that you can actually get the help that you need. It don't have to be with me, but I will give you a path to take, and you can take it with me or you could take it with someone else. But that's the purpose of it, because I'm telling you, the mental health crisis we have right now is so real and so serious that put that the Lord put on my heart to do that, to serve and serve well. It ain't just having somebody come into my office and sit with me. No, I'm walking you through your care because I care about you. And so I just want to let you know, if you're facing burnout in your life and you need to figure out why, that's a great time to book that appointment. And if you're facing a major burnout, don't sit in it. I'm telling you, it's overwhelming and it will keep you stuck and you wasting time. Time is what we need in this season of our lives. We need time to be a better person, time to share ourselves with the world, time to serve. We need time to connect. It's not time to isolate, it's time to connect. So I just wanted to say, just thank you for listening. I'm so grateful to have served you guys in this season this year. I'm so glad I changed the podcast big time, because I love having people on. I've met some amazing people, and yes, it has stretched me, but it's much worth it. It's so much. It's just worth it. It's worth it for me. I discovered a whole new part of myself that I never knew existed. I have messed up on my podcast so many times, to the point that I'm like, if it messes up, I'm just rolling with it. I kid you not, my camera done fell out. I mean, went away, and I've had many different issues with technology, but it's okay. I started my journey as a life coach. I stepped out there. Now I'm getting ready to start a new chapter. I'm getting ready to step out on some new stuff. I just want you guys to be encouraged. Book that appointment if you need it, if you're feeling burnt out. If you're feeling burnt out, even in your weight loss journey, your career journey, your spiritual journey, any part of your life that you feeling burnt out, reach out to me. I promise you, you would not regret it. But I just wanted to come on this morning and say, Happy Monday. Guess what? Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. I don't know what you guys are doing, but enjoy yourselves. Be safe out there. Think about others. Do not drink and drive. Make sure that you stay focused on, next year and not get so caught up in the moment that you do anything that's going to self-destruct. I just wanted to come on and say happy Monday, and thank you so much for listening to my podcast this year. We're gonna have fun this year, and I have some guests coming on this evening. Hopefully sometimes they cancel, so if I don't come on, that's probably why, but I have guests coming on this evening. That's scheduled to come on this evening, so stay tuned because I come on once in the morning, sometimes once or twice in the evening. So I just want to say happy Monday to you. Have a safe New Year's Eve. Enjoy it tomorrow, and then step into your new year with your head high and lifted up and dependent upon the Lord, because without him we can do nothing. I am signing off, and thank you so much for listening.
We'll heal every heart, so join us now. Let's make life suffice. Welcome to Mondays with Coach Rice.